Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Just a very quick update video for you guys today. Not going to take up too much of your time. I'm going to try to talk as fast as possible and get all of this out as soon as I can. I want you guys to feel like you got your time's worth here. You know what I'm saying? It's a little compact, little bite-sized piece of a video. Yet, I made a really long intro to say all of that, so let's get started. So what you're seeing on the screen is the Lazy Pally build. It is doing work, team. It is doing so well. I'm at the end of Cruel Difficulty right now. Totally finished it, did all the side quests. We are done with Cruel Difficulty, and I'm going to be moving on to Merciless very, very soon. Now, I've read a lot of your comments, and some of you were saying that, well, these guides are good, and they got you interested in the game, but you really want to see more gameplay. So what I'm going to do is we'll do kind of a pseudo let's play of Merciless Difficulty from the Lazy Pally perspective. You'll be able to see me progress through all the quests, and I'll do a little bit of editing because, oh, well, actually a lot of editing, because there is a bit of downtime in this game where we're sorting through gear, and downtime where we'll be listening to NPCs and stuff like that. So don't worry, I'll make it work. We'll make it short and concise and to the point, and I'll give you guys some leveling tips while you're out there, and you can see how the build is performing on the hardest difficulty in the game. The gameplay on the screen right now is pretty much representative of how the end of Cruel treated me. Really, really easy. Our damage has been skyrocketed through the roof with some gear changes that I picked up with the currency that I found while I was playing. And our defenses are really starting to come around. Our block chance, I believe, I'll check in just a moment, but our block chance, I believe, is hovering around 60%, and we're starting to get a little bit of spell block in there as well. Again, I did mention we changed some gear. We have this main hand weapon here that I don't even know how to pronounce, but it's very, very good. 68% increased physical damage. Then it's going to add 6 to 19 physical damage on top of every attack. And we have 12% increased attack speed. So this thing fires out like crazy. And with some of the changes that we've done to our primary attack, it goes even faster. I did get rid of Blade Flurry and I went back to Static Strike. I just liked it a little bit more, honestly. And I know that's probably going to go against the grain with a lot of what the meta has to say right now. But Static Strike is just cool. You explode with lightning. I really like it. Linked to this gem, we have added fire damage, weapon elemental damage support, multi-strike support, and faster attacks. This is where all that speed comes into play. We have faster attacks and multi-strike. So every time we right-click, we're going to be like, we're going to swing 2 additional times, and our attack speed is so much faster that we're just basically swinging our weapon at the speed of light. It's actually really, really cool to see. And this is just on a really, really cheap 5-link chest piece that I got. It's not really that great in any capacity. I picked it up for really nothing from another player and gotten a lot of value of it since then. In our weapon, we are using Riposte, which we weren't using in the last video. This is a passive counterattack, just like our block counterattacks that we have, the Vengeance and Reckoning that we were sporting up in our helmet. Same helmet, by the way, never upgraded it. It's probably not good. And basically it's just dealing damage to the things that attack us, and there's no complexity added to that at all. We are using Hatred, which is an aura that we talked about in the last video. I did misspeak a little bit, so I'm going to read directly from the tooltip. It is: you and nearby allies gain 32% of your physical damage as extra cold damage. So it's taking from your pool of physical damage, giving you extra cold damage on top of it based off of how high your physical damage is, and basically just increasing your damage. Now, to go along with that, we are using the Herald of Ash, which basically does the same thing for fire, but as you kill stuff, it kind of does a chain bomb effect on everything on the screen, which is just increasing our AoE capabilities, which is really, really good. I am still using a very low level clarity. I'm going to drop it soon, and I'll tell you why in my talents very shortly. One ring I really want to talk about is the Ramira's Banquet. Oh, man, this does a lot of damage. It increases our accuracy by a ton, and then it also increases the damage of our critical strike multiplier. But the real beauty of this is the gain a power charge on non-critical strikes. Power charges are kind of like frenzy charges, but for critical hits. And you lose all of your power charges on a critical strike. So essentially, we're always critting, and when we're not, we're immediately getting a ton of critical strike chance, so we can crit again. It's so much damage. It is so much damage, and allows me to just like dash through the screen and kill everything. We did swap out our gloves. I am using shield charge with fortify support and now faster attacks as well, which is what I was trying to go for in the last video. And these particular pairs of gloves, they have a white socket on it, which means any color can go into those. and I'm not sure what I want to put in there. I haven't quite figured it out yet. We do have increased attack speed, maximum health, and 4 to 6 physical damage on these bad boys, which is really, really good. I really like those. We did switch up our boots just a little bit, and next time I upgrade, I am going to switch them out again. We have increased movement speed on these bad boys with maximum health and armor increases. We are using Tempest Shield, Blood Rage. This is different. Summon Chaos Golem, and cast when damage taken support. So this is a quality cast when damage taken support that I got off the ground, which basically means we get 3% more damage out of this stuff. I don't know if that's really worth it, but that's what we have. And I had to kind of adjust the level of these abilities as well. So Tempest Shield we're keeping on, not for the damage, but for the extra block chance we have when Tempest Shield is procced, which is when my shield turns into basically a big-ass ball of lightning and looks really cool. We had Summon Chaos Golem on here last time as well. I want to swap that out for this Summon Ice Golem that I found. It is a quality +9, and that's going to give us more accuracy and more critical strike chance, which I thought would be really good. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be better than the really small amount of physical damage reduction we get here. And we are using Blood Rage in this now. Previously, I was self-casting Blood Rage, but we shifted it over to cast when damage taken. And basically, whenever I take any damage at all, this buff stays up all the time, and we don't have to worry about refreshing that or anything. And basically, it takes the build down to 2 buttons. We right-click and AoE everything on the screen, and then we shield charge to move in between packs, and also give us a Fortify buff every 5 seconds. So even on single targets, we would want to be using that Fortify. And that's basically it. The build's coming along really, really well. I like it a lot, and I can't wait to bring it into Merciless. Again, we are going to be doing a Let's Play starting very, very soon. I'll probably start recording it tomorrow, and I hope you guys look forward to that. Again, it will be edited quite a bit just because I want to try to keep your attention. And we will probably hit a wall at some point where my health is not high enough, so that'll be interesting. The talent tree itself, we are an Inquisitor with our Ascended points, or whatever these are actually called. We went for Elemental Damage, Critical Strike Multiplier, Righteous Providence, Elemental Damage, Critical Strike Multiplier, and then Inevitable Judgment. We are going to be progressing into Elemental Damage and Resistances, and then Augury of Penitence. I don't know how to fucking read. Reading's really hard. Our talent tree has changed a little bit. We worked our way over here to these shield talents for Sanctuary, like I said we were going to. We went down to the right. We have a jewel in here. 20% chance, 20% of your block chance is now applied to spells. We have 3% additional block chance, but the drawback is we have 7% additional chance to receive a critical strike. So we're a little bit more vulnerable, but that should make up for it. We made our way south of the Defiance talent, picking up more health, and then grabbing this Tessudo. I think I am going to get Retaliation as well. That's just 3 points. Not too much of an investment. And again, we are focusing a lot on shields. But the reason I think I'm going to drop the Clarity soon is I did make my way over to the right here. We did grab the Command of Steel on the way. Finesse, as well as Precise Interception. I'm making my way over here to get the Herbalism talent, or the Herbalism, is it a talent? Passive, I guess, to give me a little bit more health, which is important. I'm also going to pick up the Mana Leech, which should mean that I can just right-click indefinitely without ever having to think about returning mana, which means I could swap my Mana Flask out for something that has a bit more of an active effect in combat. That's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, I tried to make this as fast as possible, and I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to be starting that playthrough of the hardest difficulty of the game very, very soon. Hope you guys look forward to it, and I'll see you all next time.